Today's scenario is scenario number 7, Outflank, from the 2015 scenario packet. You have two 12-inch circles in the middle of the board. Either one can be controlled for one control point or dominated for two control points. There is no kill box, and the first player to 5 control points wins, or caster assassination. Hey everybody, welcome to another War Machine Tuesday on Lightem'up. I got another battle report here for you. And today we're going to be doing my Forces of Skorne versus my buddies Menoth. It's a game I've played a couple times. It'll be the first time I've played it with my Skorne army. So we're just going to go ahead and get right on into it, and we'll see how it goes. Alright? Thank you. Alright everyone, so as you see, this is the Kreoss 2 tier. He's bringing 4 units of the Knights and a full unit of the Exemplars and 2 units of Daughters. And then as I'm setting up, he tells me that he's got one trick that's really going to save him in this game. I ask him what that is, and he says, Aegeus. So anyone who doesn't know what Aegeus is, Kreoss gives all Exemplars immunity to continuous effects. And if you see what my list is, it's all about the continuous fire to kill people. So this is going to be a rough matchup, but I won the role to go first and chose to take first spot. Had no idea how I was going to deal with this many troops without being able to rely on continuous effects, except for the Daughters. And then the dealing with the Daughters on their own is a pain in the butt too, because you got acrobatics, and underneath Kreoss they have 3 auto-hitting attacks that can do an auto point of damage also. So basically my Keltari are going to be mulched. If he gets them into my Croak Raiders, they're going to be mulched unless they can tough. And then yeah, he's just got so much stuff on his side of the board. So after he does his advanced move, we're going to go ahead and go into first turn. Everything's pretty much just going to be running up, walking up. My Raider put Far Strike on the Arbiter, and then the Arbiter go ahead and shoots at the Daughter. He's about a quarter of an inch out and deviates to nowhere, which is sad, but that happens. Then after that, you get the Croak Raiders going to walk up, and I'm going to waste a couple minutes here lobbing some shots for no reason after I do this a couple times and realize that the Incendiarii are going to be so far out that I don't even think they can deviate into anyway. So I was like, screw it, and I just ran with my Incendiarii. Taskmaster gave Tough and Fearless to the Croaks, and then the Keltari go ahead and start running to be able to flood that zone the next turn. So Kreia and Keltari get, the Kreia runs, and then Hexeris puts Ashen Veil on the Keltari, and then moves up. And I'll pass my turn. So he does his standard Daughters run to jam, because they can run 14 inches and don't care about anything. So the Daughters on the bottom there ran and jammed up my Keltari. First unit of Knights ran into the zone, and then his other unit of Daughters is going to run and jam up Keltari and Croaks. And right behind that house is where my little Agonizer is sitting. So I know you can't see, but there's some Croaks and an Agonizer behind that house. So he's just going to go along with this turn, and he did assault with the Seneschal there, and then everything else is going to go and continue to run. And he is really good with placements, so he is trying to make sure he keeps everything outside of the 3-inch AoE placements so that no more than one model, maybe 2, can die from him. So I have a lot of 3-inch AoEs. Kreoss is going to go ahead and he's going to put his defense spell, Inviolable Resolve, on one of the Knight units. and then pass turn. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, it's a lot of dudes to deal with. I actually was trying to see how I might be able to start shooting at and killing Kreoss, and then I start going into the game or into the round, and I completely forgot about actually doing that. So I just started killing things instead. That's a pro tip: if you're in a horribly disadvantaged matchup, you got to try to kill the caster. Anything else does not matter. So you see my sentinel took out one of his guys, no big deal. After that, so Hexy let Ashen Veil fall because auto hit doesn't care if there's at -2 hit. So, and then the Raider gave Far Strike to the Bug, and the Bug shot and killed a couple knights, or killed one knight. So the Croaks are going to go, and they're going to go ahead and start lobbing oil and lobbing darts at some of the Exemplars, and start killing off some of the Exemplars, trying to hit the Daughters. The entire game, I did not realize that Croaks had Gang, which would have made them kill a lot more of those Daughters in melee. But that's what happens when you don't read your cards, you know? After that, the Incendiary are going to start taking some shots and start clearing off a couple of knights, and the ones that are oiled are going to fall pretty easily. The other ones, the armor goes up every time you kill a knight, so it gets harder and harder to kill them. And like I said, not having my auto fire, my auto continuous fire, is really bad. At the bottom here, we got I believe it's the Keltari. Oh, that's Hexeris going, and he's going to go ahead and Thresher and kill a couple of guys, and then he is going to cast Ashes to Ashes. He hits 3 people and manages to kill a couple of them. Oh, sorry, he kills 3 people. No, he hits 3, kills 2. Yep. And then he goes ahead and casts Black Spot onto the knights in the zone there. Oh, that's the Ashen Veil go. That's the second Ashen Veil. I actually popped my feet and went ahead and did a second Ashen Veil. I hit 7 guys, but I only killed 3. And then the Keltari got a run charge to try to block landing zones and maybe kill a couple guys and jam up those knights. So I popped my feet and managed to kill a total of 5 dudes doing it. So that was really, really bad use of my feet, but happens. Right now I'm just trying to make sure he can't run, or can't charge his knights into Hexy without clearing some stuff off. On his turn, his Jack gets Righteous Vengeance move and moves up, and then Kreoss moves up and pops his feet and gets pretty much my entire front line into his feet. And then the Daughters are going to start going, and they're going to start killing off Croaks after they get into position. So the feat, if you don't know, the Kreoss' feat gives friendly models in his control area a extra attack, and enemy models in his control area are automatically hit by attacks. So very, very deadly. I honestly don't know why the Kreoss 2 tier is not played more often. I hear there's hard counters to it, but that's a lot of dudes to deal with relatively high armor, and the knights just get higher armor as you kill them. So his first unit of Daughters killed off a couple of Croaks. As per tradition with me, I don't make any of my toughs. And now his Exemplars are getting charge orders, and the Exemplars are going to go ahead and just utterly waste my Incendiary there at the top, the leader model. And I believe they're going to kill the second Incendiary as well after they deal with the Croaks. look at that, I made 1 tough out of 6 croaks. Ugh. Oh, okay, so it's his knight exemplars that killed my other incendiary eye. So he was able to kill, here goes the second one, he was able to kill my second knight, or my second incendi, and then continue killing up some of my croaks. By the end of this, I believe I have 2 croak raiders left and 2 incendiary eye left. And then my Kreoss and Agonizer on that side of the board. Oh, and Taskmaster. So there at the bottom, you get the other unit of daughters going, I believe. Yep, the other unit of daughters are going, and they're gonna start killing off my Keltari. They're gonna actually kill my Gobber, because he doesn't like my swamp gobbers, I guess. And then he kills off a total of, I think, 4 Keltari with his daughters. And then the other knight unit is going to activate and start. There goes the other knight unit. They're going to start killing some people. They kill off 2 or 3 Keltari. Seneschal, who is not, or the Seneschal who is not in Kreoss's feet, manages to miss my Keltari, who's not in Kreoss's feet, leaving 1 Keltari in the zone. Womp womp. He moves up and he does get 2 charges off onto my caster there, and manages to put a bunch of damage. Hexy is going to go ahead and transfer out a total of 24 damage to his beasts, thanks to Kreoss's feet, and I'm just barely in Kreoss's feet, so he doesn't have to roll to hit me. So those knights are hitting and doing a ton of damage. So, on to my turn. I'm feeling like I pretty much got to go to an assassination. The only thing is, Kreoss is sitting at 1422, and that's a lot of armor. So, what I want to do is try to clear a lane for the Kreoss to be able to walk up and shoot Kreoss, bringing him down to defense 7, which would be a lot nicer. Unfortunately, the Kreoss is boxed in by at least 2 daughters, and would have to get probably that knight there that just died. He has to get, that had to clear that landing spot there for him, so that the Kreoss could walk up within range of Kreoss. So we're just trying to kill off daughters and kill off incendiary. The incendiary trying to kill off some knights over there. I also want to get the Kreoss up close enough that I can arc, but for some reason I activate Hexeris and Thresher before moving my Kreoss. So no doing my entire plan, I just kind of threw out the window and went ahead and screwed the pooch on that. So there's my gladiator going up and killing off a couple guys so that my sentinel can walk up. The sentinel's going to walk up and he is going to shoot. Sorry, that was a soul ward. Sentinel's walking up now and he's going to shoot Kreoss, and I forgot to put Far Strike on him, so I was actually just out and deviated off to nowhere. Then the Kreoss is going to walk up and shoot Gravis so that he can't run a charge. Paralyze Gravis. Raider will take a shot at Gravis, doing a couple points of damage. And then my Beast Handlers are actually going to get charge orders. And my Beast Handlers are going to see what kind of work they can get done. And they actually managed to kill 2 guys, which 4 Beast Handlers killing 2 guys is pretty above average. So, unfortunately, at that point, I just I was so far down, and he scored 2 control points at the end of his first turn, and then at my turn I didn't contest his zone, and he was able to score another 2 control points, and then all he had to do was end his turn, and he scored 2 more control points. So, final thoughts. What I should have done was I should have been focusing on killing Kreoss from the get-go. I should have stuck with my plan on that third turn and moved Kreia. If I had moved the Kreia into arcing range for Kreoss, I could have got a Hellfire off into Kreoss, sniped the bug, let the bug shoot Kreoss, and with the bug shot and at least 1 Hellfire, potentially 2, I would have been in a much better chance of winning, since I had no chance of winning on scenario, and he was just attritioning me so far down, it wasn't even funny. Basically, if you're in a matchup where you know you're significantly disadvantaged, try to go for that caster assassination. And this was a hard lesson for me to learn. But if you guys liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you next week. Alright.